Shit, man. Look at that. She's like, I was thinking about you when I came. Cheating on her boyfriend, like that's so fucked up. But it's like, okay, you came and you were thinking about him. That's so sweet. Balance. So that's what I do. You know, I find balance in everything. I'm just lovely, not just Jessica, just lovely with 3 S's on Instagram. So find me, please. I have a lot of things going on, and I love this, by the way. This therapy sessions, I was like, so I could just confess shit here.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
And like,
just confess it. Let it go.
fucking let it go. Fuck it.
Yeah,
you know, go
fuck
home.
it. Fuck it,
and then
y'all. Literally,
it's
fuck
like
it.
you go commit a murder. Nobody knows. And you go home,
Exactly.
you like just
Yeah,
released
you're right.
everything. No, I'm not doing that. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, I don't know what
You see why I'm not a comedian? Because shit could get bad. So, but anyways, I just started my publishing company, and you know, he sort of promised you erotic poetry. So, how bad does you guys want to get? Depends.
Get dirty as fuck.
Like dirty. Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's see. I have an interesting one that I like. Yeah. You know, 50 Shades of Grey was cool because I was like, oh, I could do that? I could do that? That's cool. You know, back then it was like really bad for you to write erotic poetry. You know, you would go to jail and shit. So it's revolution inside, you know. But let me read this one to you. Clocked in. I like it. It's like, you know, turning a bad situation into a good one. So here it is. Oh, and I don't do like memory shit because I write too much. I don't got time for that. Clocked in. In the office with your carefully selected tie, your dick is pressing against your pants and stopping the images in your head before your head starts to leak. The wife hasn't touched you in weeks and you can't begin to imagine what you did to her. Here you are fantasizing about women who probably exist but you'll never meet. Your dick grows bigger because if the wife finds out, if she finds out, then you're having images of other women, she'll be very distraught. Maybe she will fuck your brains out to remind you why you married her, and there she is, walking into your office with an envelope. She sits across your desk and your dick grows bigger. You walk over the door to lock it. Your wife unexpectedly moans when you grab her hair, pulling her head back to kiss her, and your dick is now wet and dripping through your boxer shorts. She grabs your belt to unbuckle what she's been lusting for, but you stop her. Open the envelope to see your divorce papers, and you throw them on the floor to make the bed where you play. You plan to fuck her brains out. This is what you both hunted for so long, but cautious not to overstep restrictions, you unbuckle your pants, and to your disbelief, your wife's mouth is warm and deep. She gasps, spits, and takes you in while she looks at you straight in the face. Sorry guys, sometimes I forget that I write this shit. With mascara falling down her face, covering the leftover tears she shed before she walked in, and you lay her down now on the papers that would start an affair of divorced sex. You lay her down and consume her, savoring your wife differently this time. She wants you inside of her now, and she's moaning in silence, but for you to enter, flooring your cock inside of her that grew every inch from the thrill of finally breaking rules and taking her fully in your office, penetrating her softly as she jumps to scratch your back as you make contact with her cervix. And there you are, having hate sex with the woman you thought you lost desire for, on top of papers, an accomplice to her rebellion. If she leaves now, she'll always come back for separated pleasure.
Woo! Damn, girl.
Go that queen.
Jess. Oh, you missed it.
You guys, like, take care of that shit by yourself. That's not, you know what I'm saying? This is like foreplay. Before foreplay, right? You know? It's like you go, I got somebody ready at home. You guys, see, this is why I set shit up on purpose. You know, I guess that look, I'm gonna get worked up early, and when I come home, I need somebody. So, you gonna be here? All right, cool. I'll be back. All right, so I'm gonna end it with, do I have time for 2 more?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So my book is $10, you know, and I'll sign it for you so that when I'm famous, you can make some money too. I care. I care for your investment, your future, okay?
Come on, humble queen for the people.
Thank you. All right, let's see. Let's do this one, Untitled. It's a little long, but it's cool. Don't think about me now, please. And I'm not trying to say that in like reverse psychology. I really mean it. All right. He slides into me and my eyes close. I feel his hard dick stretch and open me. My pussy already inviting him in, and he slowly pulls my hair to push me down. Deeply feeling me, I wrap my arms around his body and he pounds me with slaps on the face, and I feel this rush of sensation all over my body now. Before my logic makes me react, I moan in pleasure. Numb and unfocused, pain turns into excitement and my ass cheeks get moist with my juices. I slide my hand to catch my wetness from it reaching the bed, but I slowly go back to grab his hair and I moan straight into his ear. He bites my neck so hard and I want to cry in pain, but instead I lose my breath.
This is great.
Thank you. The mystery of it happened or not, right? I want to cry in pain, but instead I lose my breath. I now see why so many women slept with vampires, and before I can get lost in the train of thought, he forces me to close my legs under him. Hard strokes, making my pussy tighter for his pleasure. We kiss and he covers my face, leaving me with no space to breathe. I feel safe and my pussy gets wetter. He tells me how much he loves the noise of my wet pussy and he lets go, demanding me to turn around and let him enter me again, and I scream into the pillow. I have no choice, I'm sure. He pulls my hair, lifting my head back where I feel it go deeper and all of my juices squirt everywhere. I feel drops on my back as he pounds me, drips make pathways down my thighs and I moan. I ask for permission to come and he pulls his dick out, smacks my ass, and he tells me to ask him for permission and I do. Daddy, I want to come. And he tells me no, pulls his dick out and turns me around, laying on my back. He slithers in so hard my back arches, and he locates my nipple in his mouth, bites it and goes in deeper, and I ask again for permission to come. And this time he doesn't speak, and I feel his dick burst in a million thousand lightning strikes. I feel my orgasm start and we come together, lay there with our heavy breathing.
We about to get a lawsuit in this bitch right now.
That's why I told you 50 Shades, I don't know. All right, let me finish this one. I feel my orgasm start and we come together, laying there with our heavy breathing, and I want to stay like this forever. But he has to go. He always leaves. And I have nothing else to do but sleep and dream of him.
Fuck that nigga.
Right? He left. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I don't do sleepovers, baby. I don't do sleepovers. You gotta go home anyways. You gotta go home. You know what I'm saying? Sleepover. Right? All right, one more. This one's really cool. I like the way it ends. You're gonna get a little lost, but it's cool. It's more emotional than all that sexy shit. I'm not gonna dry up the underwear. I'm sure that's already done. But let's finish it.
We're not gonna do this. Not tonight.
All right. I like this song. All right. Remember to follow me on Instagram. All right. He came in aggressive, high on his grass, and his grass being the greener side. Before I can even grab my coffee, he was already wrapping his hand around my neck, and I told him I don't want anything rough. He was high, and that means that his dick grows bigger. He took off my clothes, and my arms wrapped around his neck. At first, I was riding him, and he took over, controlling movements in and out of me. He turns me around to lay his head on my chest, almost as if he wants to put my breast in his mouth, and does enough for me to arch my back, and he was inside of me whole now, removing his dick into an open air bliss, and we both watched him hold his throbbing plea to come. No, don't come, I said, and he went in again focused, but repeated. And again, he went in and out, and although I wanted to arch my pussy up to match his dick moistened movement with me, I let him do his thing. And I stopped moving to the same meeting post because I had to. I was about to come, and he started to choke me. Something was off about us now. It wasn't the same because this time I knew if I showed him I loved him, he would walk out of this room. Or if I loved him, maybe I would orgasm like I should. Something was off about us now. I know what it was. We couldn't love each other like we did before, and the orgasm just isn't the same. I was mesmerized yet again with his good mornings, intoxicated with his modest goodbyes, sipping on my mug as I watch him vacation, less excruciating this time. It all began like the seasons, our morning sex, and although our coffees came from the same Hispanic coffee beans with the same amount of sugar and the warm milk that he would warm up in his favorite pot, we didn't have our coffee together this time. The words that he now uses with her are like nails on a chalkboard, ear-splitting in my rhythm of its harmony. Oh, what a way to shake up my mornings. I am no witness to the love, but it was transferred when we had sex. I felt the love for her through the betrayal with me. It wasn't beautiful at all. I can imagine them now having coffee with the same coffee beans and the regular milk, because we both know she doesn't know how to swallow dark, holy coffee like I do.
Woo!
Everybody, thank you so much. Thank you, Jess. Oh my gosh. All right, that was great. Hey, let's give